Danny Kaye, who is best known for his role in James Thurber's The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, became the most controversial figure in the media in the 40s and 50s. Noisy with secrets about his personal life, Danny Kaye is always under scrutiny and sometimes becomes the subject of cliché magazine pages. To know more about Danny's painful life, don't rush to skip this video because we will provide you with information that you cannot find elsewhere. Let's check it out. Kaye's journey through childhood was marred by profound hardship, marked by the distressing ordeal of enduring physical abuse at the hands of both his father and brothers. The brutality he faced propelled him to discover an extraordinary coping mechanism: the ability to make those who inflicted pain upon him laugh. It was through this skill that he found a precarious refuge from the relentless brutality he faced, using humor as a shield against the harsh realities of his environment. Behind the facade of his performing persona lay a deeper narrative of survival and self-preservation. While Kaye projected an image of warmth, joviality, and confidence on stage, the reality was a stark contrast, a canvas painted with fear and profound insecurity. The compulsive need to perform, even in the presence of a solitary audience member, emerged as his way of crafting a life that he yearned for, a life where he could experience safety, security, and the genuine embrace of love. Danny's story, although intensely personal, is not an isolated tale. Child star advocate Paul Peterson suggests that dysfunctional families often become the crucible for both the extraordinary talents that propel individuals to stardom and the emotional challenges that eventually lead to their downfall. In Danny's case, his ability to entertain became both a lifeline and a double-edged sword, a mechanism for survival that simultaneously carried the weight of his unresolved emotional struggles. It can be said that Kaye's life unfolded against the backdrop of a profound struggle with mental health, marked by an extensive history of psychiatric oversight and continual treatment. This facet of his journey was so significant that, even at the zenith of his career, a world-renowned psychotherapist took residence with the Kaye family. This arrangement allowed Danny to seamlessly integrate his intensive treatment regimen into the demands of his busy schedule, highlighting the extent to which mental health considerations shaped his life. Devoting a substantial 3 hours each day to therapeutic sessions, Danny's commitment to his mental well-being was both a reflection of his personal struggles and a testament to his determination to confront them head-on. This intensive engagement with psychotherapy became a cornerstone of his routine, underscoring the depth of his commitment to managing the bouts of almost unbearable depression and intense loneliness that periodically haunted him. The genesis of Danny's interest in psychotherapy can be traced back to his involvement in the musical that catapulted him to stardom, Lady in the Dark. This Moss Hart production delved into the narrative of a troubled woman's exploration of psychotherapy to uncover the root cause of her unhappiness. The resonance of this theme with Danny's own experiences likely contributed to his enduring fascination with the therapeutic process. Episodes of intense emotional distress sometimes led to unconventional responses from Danny. In one such instance, Robert recounted a late-night call from Kaye, urging him to meet immediately at the airport. What followed was an impromptu journey to Havana, where Danny and Robert ventured from club to club. In the midst of dancing with a dozen beautiful women, Danny's demeanor remained inscrutable. Despite the vibrant surroundings, he spoke scarcely to Robert throughout their time there, leaving an air of mystery surrounding the motives behind the spontaneous escapade. The enduring stereotype of Danny Kaye as a flamboyant goofball, especially in roles like the one in Lady in the Dark, where he portrayed a character petrified of women, persisted long after the curtain fell. According to Robert, Kaye's close associate, this carefully crafted image was, in part, a result of manipulation by those in his life, particularly his wife, Sylvia. She was a short, unassuming woman who harbored insecurities about competing with the glamorous Hollywood ladies. In order to assuage her fears and maintain a certain image, Sylvia played a role in shaping Danny's on-screen persona to be less conventionally masculine. Despite being manipulated into such roles, Kaye's off-screen persona stood in stark contrast to the shy and apprehensive characters he portrayed. In reality, he exhibited little resemblance to the on-screen goofball. Kaye, it seemed, was far from shy, and his personal life was a testament to a vibrant and complex personality. Contrary to the carefully engineered image, he engaged in numerous affairs, fostering serious relationships with notable figures such as Eve Arden, Princess Margaret, and Shirley MacLaine. Sylvia, Danny's wife, was not oblivious to these extramarital relationships. However, she held a unique perspective, grounded in the belief that their artistic and professional interdependence would always draw Danny back to her. Her faith in their connection, both personally and professionally, was not unfounded. Despite the dalliances, Danny Kaye's life seemed to orbit around a central gravitational force, his partnership with Sylvia. The dynamics of their relationship, where personal and professional realms intertwined, created a complex tapestry. Sylvia's acceptance of Danny's affairs, while seemingly unconventional, was rooted in the understanding that their connection surpassed conventional boundaries. It was a relationship built on more than just romantic ties, encompassing shared artistic pursuits and a deep-seated reliance on one another. The biography about Sir Laurence Olivier stirred controversy with its claim of a long-term homosexual affair between Olivier and Danny Kaye. However, the assertion lacked named sources to substantiate the allegation. Faced with the potentially damaging rumor, the Kaye family opted for a strategy of silence, choosing to ignore the controversy rather than engage with it publicly. This response only deepened the enigma surrounding Kaye's personal life, adding fuel to the speculation that he might be one of many celebrities concealing their homosexuality during that era. Robert, a close friend and confidant of Danny Kaye, adamantly disputed these claims. From Robert's perspective, having shared countless hotel rooms with Danny while on the road, there was no indication of an intimate involvement between Kaye and Olivier. He refuted the characterizations presented in the biography, describing them as outrageously distorted accounts of their interactions. Throughout their travels, Robert reported witnessing Danny with innumerable women. Despite their close friendship and the shared living spaces, there was never an instance where he saw Danny in the company of another man. This, however, didn't necessarily rule out the possibility of Kaye exploring his sexuality privately. The complexity of Danny Kaye's personal life, especially in relation to his sexuality, remains elusive and shrouded in mystery. The lack of definitive proof, coupled with conflicting accounts from different sources, contributes to the ambiguity surrounding this aspect of his biography. In an era when the personal lives of public figures were often veiled in secrecy, determining the truth about someone's sexual orientation, especially decades after the fact, can be challenging, if not impossible. Danny Kaye's life was characterized by an extraordinary ability to immerse himself in diverse pursuits, showcasing a versatility that bordered on the freakish, according to his friend Robert. Despite being a grade school dropout, Kaye defied expectations by attaining a pilot's license, a testament to his determination and unyielding curiosity. By the time of his passing, he had not only earned the license to fly, but had also mastered the operation of every civilian aircraft, a remarkable achievement for someone who had not followed the conventional educational path. Kaye's eclectic interests extended beyond the skies, delving into the realm of culinary arts. Driven by a newfound obsession with Chinese cuisine, he dedicated himself to the craft, eventually earning recognition as the best non-Asian Chinese chef globally. His foray into the culinary world underscored his relentless pursuit of excellence in fields that captured his fascination. The entertainer's ventures into music demonstrated his innate ability to transcend conventional boundaries, Initially conducting orchestras as a humorous undertaking and without bothering to learn to read music, Kaye eventually transformed this jest into a serious pursuit. He reached a professional level of expertise in the art of conducting, showcasing his remarkable adaptability and passion for mastering new skills. Another facet of Kaye's intellectual curiosity emerged in his fascination with human anatomy and medicine. Despite lacking a formal medical education, he developed a knowledge of the heart and other organs that rivaled that of career physicians. His profound understanding of complex medical concepts highlighted the depth of his intellectual pursuits and the extent to which he immersed himself in diverse fields. Beyond the realms of intellect, Danny Kaye also revealed himself as a gifted athlete and a natural sportsman. His prowess in physical endeavors complemented his intellectual pursuits, painting a comprehensive picture of a man whose talents and interests traversed a spectrum that few could match. Danny Kaye's foray into the iconic film White Christmas presented a unique challenge when he was recruited to replace Donald O'Connor. The script, however, couldn't be swiftly revised to accommodate a reduction in the role's dancing requirements. Undeterred by this obstacle, Danny undertook a formidable task. He rapidly learned all the choreography originally planned for O'Connor. This ambitious feat showcased Kaye's exceptional adaptability and work ethic, especially considering he had no formal dance training prior to stepping into this role. The end result was a stunning performance that not only met but exceeded expectations, solidifying his place as a versatile entertainer capable of mastering new skills on the fly. Following this successful collaboration, Danny Kaye expressed a desire to continue working with Bing Crosby, his co-star in White Christmas. Determined to explore this prospect, he arranged a personal meeting with Crosby to discuss potential future collaborations. However, Crosby's response was unexpected. He conveyed that he already had a high-profile comedian friend in Bob Hope and didn't feel the need for another. This revelation, while disappointing for Kaye, shed light on the dynamics of the entertainment industry and the intricacies of building on-screen partnerships. Crosby's decision, rooted in loyalty to his existing professional relationships, was a reminder of the sometimes unpredictable nature of the industry. Despite Kaye's impressive performance and his desire to continue working alongside Crosby, the dynamics of established partnerships and personal connections within the entertainment world played a pivotal role in shaping the trajectory of careers. There is one thing you might not know. Danny Kaye's linguistic talents extended beyond his proficiency in English, showcasing a remarkable ability to convincingly feign foreign tongues. Despite being monolingual, he possessed a flair for mimicking accents and languages with astonishing accuracy. His repertoire included Minfo French, Russian, German, and Italian, among others. Such was his prowess in this skill that he often managed to deceive native speakers of the languages he imitated. According to Robert, a close friend and witness to Kaye's linguistic theatrics, there were instances where Danny engaged in extended conversations with Germans, French, and Italians. In these exchanges, while the native speakers conversed in their respective languages, Kaye responded in his unique brand of authentic-sounding gibberish. The result was a perplexing scenario where the native speakers were left utterly bewildered, convinced that Danny was speaking a dialect of their language that they couldn't comprehend. In addition, Danny's meticulous approach to his appearance was not merely a matter of personal preference, it was a deliberate strategy. For both public and private outings, he crafted a distinctive uniform that not only reflected his sense of style, but also simplified the process of choosing his wardrobe. The foundation of his ensemble comprised tan-colored pants that complemented a crisp white shirt, accentuated by a black necktie. Over this ensemble, he consistently adorned himself with a brown tweed sports jacket, giving his attire a touch of sophistication and rugged charm. Upon opening Danny's closet, One would be greeted by the sight of over a dozen identical jackets and trousers neatly arranged, a testament to his commitment to a consistent aesthetic. This commitment extended beyond his wardrobe. He also preferred that his companion, Robert, adopt the same uniform during their joint travels. Despite occasional mix-ups where they inadvertently swapped jackets, this was considered a minor inconvenience, offset by the amusement it provided. The shared mishaps became an amusing anecdote, reinforcing the importance of their sartorial unity. Interestingly, the physical dynamics between Danny and Robert added a unique dimension to their shared attire. Despite their almost identical heights, just shy of 6 feet, Danny's arms were noticeably longer than Robert's. The length of Danny's lanky appendages meant that the sleeves of his jackets engulfed Robert's hands when worn, creating a visual incongruity. To compensate for this discrepancy, Danny developed a distinctive arm movement and set of poses. Frequently, he would extend his arms above the waist, avoiding an inadvertent awkwardness that might arise from his elongated sleeves. This idiosyncratic arm movement not only served a practical purpose but also became a defining element of Danny's personal style, preventing him from appearing somewhat ape-like without it. In this way, even the smallest details of their attire were intricately woven into the fabric of Danny and Robert's shared experiences, contributing to the unique charm of their dynamic. Danny Kaye's time starring in 2x2 on Broadway was marked by a significant turning point, a period during which his behavior took a conspicuous and unexpected downturn. The catalyst for this change was a broken leg, an unfortunate incident that not only impacted his physical abilities but also triggered a cascade of disruptive behavior. Initially, Kaye had agreed to continue with the show as a personal favor to Richard Rodgers, whose life savings were heavily invested in the production. However, the confinement to a wheelchair due to the broken leg meant that he was deprived of his primary strength, his physicality. Struggling with this newfound limitation, Kaye grappled with insecurities on stage, leading to a series of unconventional coping mechanisms. In an attempt to regain a sense of control during performances, Kaye resorted to ad-libbing, dropping out of character, and playing mid-performance pranks on members of the cast. These disruptive antics, while perhaps reflective of his struggle to adapt to the constraints imposed by the wheelchair, alienated him from the Broadway community. The usually charismatic and controlled performer found himself in uncharted territory, and his response was a departure from the professionalism that had defined his career. The Broadway community, accustomed to Kaye's talent and charisma, was taken aback by these unexpected and selfish shenanigans. For the first time in his illustrious career, Kaye felt a loss of control while performing, and this vulnerability manifested in disruptive and erratic behavior. The discord came to a head when, upon learning that the production had broken even, Danny Kaye abruptly quit the show. The unexpected departure marked the premature end of 2x2, closing a chapter in Broadway history with an unconventional and somewhat tumultuous conclusion. Are you curious about Danny Kaye's married life? Danny Kaye's connection with Sylvia Fine, who would become his wife and lifelong partner, is a tale of serendipity and shared roots. Although they both grew up in Brooklyn, their paths didn't cross until they found themselves collaborating on an off-Broadway show in 1939. Sylvia, a talented audition pianist, played a key role in the production, setting the stage for their eventual union. The threads of fate wove a deeper connection between Kaye and Sylvia when she discovered that Danny had previously worked for her father, Samuel Fine, who happened to be a dentist. The revelation added a touch of kismet to their burgeoning relationship, hinting at the interconnectedness of their lives even before they officially met. Despite being physically apart, with Kaye working in Florida at the time, distance didn't deter him from expressing his intentions. In a gesture that reflected his bold and spontaneous nature, Danny proposed to Sylvia over the telephone. Their union was sealed in matrimony on January 3, 1940, in Fort Lauderdale, marking the beginning of a lifelong partnership that would weather various challenges. While their commitment endured for most of their lives, there was a brief period of separation in 1947 and 1948 when Kaye became romantically involved with Eve Arden. However, this chapter proved to be a temporary disruption, and the couple ultimately reconciled. The fruit of their union was a daughter named Dina, born on December 17, 1946. Kaye's insights into parenthood were revealed when he shared that, as a young child, Dina didn't appreciate her father's performances because she didn't understand that people were meant to laugh at his antics. In a 1954 interview, Kaye expressed a hands-off approach to Dana's future, emphasizing that she would have the freedom to choose her own path without interference from either parent. As Dana matured, she pursued a career in journalism, a testament to the independence and opportunities her parents afforded her. The Kaye family, despite facing challenges and experiencing temporary separations, left an enduring legacy shaped by the bonds of love, shared creative endeavors, and a commitment to allowing each member the freedom to carve out their own destinies. The claim by author Donald Spoto that Danny Kaye had a 10-year secret affair with Laurence Olivier stirred media attention after its publication in Spoto's book on Olivier. Despite the ensuing rumors, the assertion remains unsubstantiated, and no concrete evidence has been presented to validate this claim. English journalist Terry Coleman, who extensively studied Olivier's archive of letters and memorabilia over 4 years, found no evidence of a romantic involvement between Kaye and Olivier. Coleman's meticulous research, delving into a vast collection of material, led him to conclude that there was no hint of an affair between the two. The lack of evidence from a reputable source underscores the speculative nature of the claim made by Spoto. Despite media speculation fueled by the publication of the book, the alleged affair between Kaye and Olivier remains confined to unverified assertions. In a surprising revelation during a 24-hour salute to Danny Kaye on Turner Classic Movies, celebrating what was thought to be his 100th birthday, Kaye's daughter Dina disclosed that her father's stated birth year of 1913 was incorrect. According to Dina, Danny Kaye was actually born in 1911, shedding light on a previously misunderstood aspect of his personal history. In addition to his contributions to the entertainment industry, Kaye also made his mark in the political arena. As a Democrat, he actively supported Adlai Stevenson's campaign during the 1952 presidential election, aligning himself with political ideals that resonated with him. Beyond his professional and political endeavors, Kaye took on the role of a godfather to actress Mary Louise Weller, showcasing the personal connections and relationships that enriched his life beyond the spotlight. Danny Kaye's passing on March 3, 1987, at the age of 76, marked the end of a remarkable career and life. The cause of death was heart failure, a culmination of internal bleeding and complications related to hepatitis C. Hepatitis C was contracted through a blood transfusion, an unfortunate consequence of medical intervention. Notably, in 1983, Kaye had undergone quadruple bypass heart surgery, a procedure aimed at addressing his cardiac health. After his death, Kaye's final resting place became the foundation of a bench in Kensico Cemetery in Valhalla, New York, where his ashes were interred. This understated and intimate memorial reflected the more private aspects of his legacy. In the year following his passing, the Sylvia and Danny Kaye Playhouse at Hunter College in New York was opened in 1988. This establishment served as a tribute to Danny and his wife Sylvia, showcasing their enduring impact on the cultural and artistic landscape. Over time, the vibrancy of Danny Kaye's legacy has faced some dimming. Many of his prolific works and accomplishments, once at the forefront of popular culture, now exist as faint memories, preserved in the minds of an aging population. While some of his TV work might not have aged as well, certain films like White Christmas and The Court Jester have stood the test of time, earning their place among the greatest comedies ever made. In recognition of his significant contributions to American theater, Danny Kaye was posthumously inducted into the American Theater Hall of Fame in 1988. This honor serves as a lasting acknowledgement of his impact on the performing arts and his enduring legacy, ensuring that his name remains etched in the annals of American theatrical history. What do you think about Danny Kaye's life? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.